Hi, I'm Bill from CJ Pony Parts and CJ Off-Road. We recently did a little video showing you our new 2017 F-150 Raptor. Now, a lot of you guys were asking, what's it drive like? What's the power like? How's it shift? Well, since you guys asked nicely, I guess I'll take it for a ride and give you a little feedback. It's definitely a good day at work when the first thing your boss tells you is, hey, the Raptor came in, why don't you take it for a test drive? Now, as soon as you get in the truck, it feels like a normal F-150, but there's a lot of differences. As far as the interior goes, everything you would expect this truck to have, it has option-wise. The steering wheel, definitely more aggressive, more like the GT350R kind of wheel. Hopefully Ford Performance offers this for the F-150 crowd, because it has a great feel to it. But the shifter's leather, this is leather. The leather seats feel real good. You got leather on the armrests here. Not sure what you would call that design, but it looks a heck of a lot better than the wood I've seen in some of the other trucks. This is more of like a rubberized material, but still real nice. Now, the first thing I know a lot of people are going to ask about the truck, and I think people were concerned about with the Raptor, is the sound. The old Raptor, 6.2 liter, big American V8, had a big V8 sound. What does the Raptor sound like with the twin turbo engine? Now, we know the engine's more powerful, more horsepower, more torque, and the truck's lighter. So performance-wise, going to be a lot faster than the previous model. What does it sound like? It sounds like an EcoBoost. I mean, when you first fire it up, it is quiet. I mean, you can rev it up. I mean, inside the truck, even up to $4 grand, it's quiet. I mean, it's as quiet as our other F-150 was when we first got it. And the dual exhaust looks great. And again, if you're looking for that V8 sound, you're not going to get it, but you're going to get the performance, so let's take it for a ride. Now you have the option, manual shifting it, just like the Mustang and some of their vehicles that are out there. I'll tell you this, if you're used to looking at the dash of these, where you have the secondary LCD screen in the cluster, seeing 10-gear options is pretty weird. It does shift a lot. Now that's just through 4th gear. Obviously, there's still plenty of gear left. When you get on it, you get a little bit of an exhaust tone. It's not very loud. It's deep-ish. I mean, for a V6, but it's not a V8 sound, and it's not supposed to be. I mean, this is the direction Ford's going. Smaller displacement, turbo engines that make big power. And this is rated at 450 horse and 510 torque. It's like, yeah, those are bigger numbers than the 6.2 liter had, and they're getting them out of a smaller displacement engine. Like I said, the one thing you are giving up is the sound, but a lot of people, if you're looking for something that's for cruising, that's a little quieter, I mean, this thing's like a luxury car inside when you're driving it. Even with the suspension and the big tires that come on the Raptor, it actually drives great. And it will actually go into 10th gear at like just over 40 miles an hour. Give it a little bit of gas. It drops all the way to 6. So you really have a pretty extreme overdrive in the truck. It's one of the reasons why it gets the gas mileage it does. I mean, Ford claims 18 on the highway. We've actually seen that and even more on our EcoBoost truck with a tuner. So who knows what the potential is of the new Raptor. I mean, that train's in a good tune. I have no trouble believing that making over 500 horsepower will be a tune away on these trucks. And that 500 horsepower will probably make 600 foot-pound of torque at the same time, which will make this thing an absolute monster. Yeah, I'm at 30 miles an hour, great here, going behind a really slow Ford Escape, and I'm in 7th gear. As soon as you give it a little bit of gas, it drops down to 4th. So with these gears, I mean, there's a lot of them, but it drops in a hurry. So it's not like you're waiting for it. I mean, the response is very quick. Like you'd expect from the new F-150, I mean, it's quiet inside. Everything is within reach. Everything feels good. The materials are nice. I mean, it's a really nice vehicle that you can take off-roading and have a lot of fun with. Or tow. I mean, there's actually even a tow option right here on the shifter. Kind of a weird feeling in a truck when it's breaking the tires free through 1st and 2nd gear. It's a different breed though. It's like, you know, you may not be getting that big V8 sound that you're kind of used to from a truck, but now you're getting that turbo sound, which in my opinion makes up for it. And that turbo power. The shifts are like butter. You barely even notice it until you realize you're going a lot faster than you should be. And as far as the exhaust, going back to that, I mean, there's no doubt about it. I am sure almost every manufacturer has an exhaust either now or right around the corner for this truck. I know we have a bunch of parts we've had for a little while already, just ready to go in this truck. Now, it's interesting too, in normal driving, like, instead of getting in a hurry, we're going to pull all this normally. Obviously, it starts in first, to third, to fifth, sixth, eighth. I'm sorry, that was seventh, not eighth. Then I let up the throttle, it goes to 8. Again, cruising on flat ground at 40 miles an hour, I mean, it goes all the way to 9th and 10th gear pretty easily. It is a nice truck to drive. Now, I've got to drive our new EcoBoost F-150 a bunch of times. I love driving that. Obviously, I've driven our older Raptor a bunch of times. You know, great truck as well. This one definitely feels softer to me a little bit than the older truck. It's a little more, I mean, it's the same style suspension, but it just feels a little more comfortable as far as driving goes. Again, it's a brand new truck. That could be part of it. But I mean, ride quality, even with the big tires and the Fox suspension, ride quality is great. I mean, you can drive one of these every day without a problem at all. Yeah, you feel a little bit of the road with the tires and with the suspension, but overall, it's something you can 100% live with, no problems. Now, it has the same mode on it that the RS has, where it has that automatic stop. So if you sit for a certain amount of time, it will shut the engine off. Just like everything else, it is defeatable. But I'm looking, you know, you've got your, when you go into off-road mode, you got the power distribution option. You know, you got different, you got your sport mode, your normal mode. It's pretty cool with the off-road. You actually have the degree finders right in the dash, so if you take it off-road a little bit, you can see exactly how steep it is. Like, that's pretty cool. You know, I'm on a little bit of a grade right here. You know, this is 23 degrees, and actually shows you the truck and the thing. You know, pretty cool feature. It also shows you where the power is. Like right now I have it to the rear, but if I put it in 4 auto, if it feels the rear is slipping, it'll switch it up and make it all-wheel drive. You can see it's a pretty cool feature. You have a lot of different things. There's your power distribution. Then you have the different modes you can obviously choose from. Let's go through this real quick. Here's your normal mode, your sport, you know, bad weather, we know what that's all about. You know, your mud and sand, where it's going to put it automatically in the correct 4-wheel drive mode for you. Baja mode, which is even more extreme. And then obviously your rock crawling, which is going to put it in low. It's going to be for, you know, very, very steep inclines and stuff like that. Now, going a little old school here with the handheld GoPro. Like I said, if you have the means, this is absolutely an awesome truck. I'll give you a little more of a look around this thing. When you get in, you got the Raptor mats, you got the Ford Performance right there. It also says Ford Performance under the hood. And LED lighting, you know, aggressive front bumper on it. The big Ford letters in the hood, just like the previous model. Give it a full walk around here. Obviously the Fox suspension. The dual exhaust looks killer on these trucks. Yeah, definitely an awesome ride. In my opinion, the hype was worth it.